fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in, and he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down. A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
Here's a 1st and 10 now after they successfully drew him off sides. Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 to be exact.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
I didn't even see
and
that
he went
fucking
nowhere.
play.
Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. On the return is Peterson. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10.
That's cool.
A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, Kamara. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short. That's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Kamara out of the pistol. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. He'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a great return as he takes this up just shy of the 45. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know
what am I doing? My fucking controller, dog. I need to get my new controller.
Could be something you don't like.
I need a new controller.
Nice gain of 25 yards.
Sometimes it's designed.
My right analog
just
just
when to leave
up.
the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They run. Devontae Freeman. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Saints 27-yard line.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Oh, you got deep? Right there. 54. Right there.
Ryan. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Ready, line 25. Check, line 54. Line 54. Let's get it together.
On third down, Ryan. And he fires one that's
over the perfect coverage.
Picked off at the 12. And now look at him go. He's at the 30. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Hey, yeah.
Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback.
Pappy, that was real cute, bro.
They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
That was my fault, offense, man. Let me get my shit together.
What's good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
And I'm trying to watch Undisputed, too.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Here's Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. 15 yards on the play, first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Trey Hendrickson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Ready. Check. Watch 54. Hey, come on.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
Clinics on the same as the referees.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
2nd and 9 now. And brought in by the tight end Cook. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Airing one out for Boyd. And this is caught at the 20. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This for field position after the big play. Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, box drop.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
Why did you move?
And that's what he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Kamara. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11.
I'm tripping. I got no field goal.
3 on what should be the final play of this first half.
And a timeout. I'm tripping.
We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
I need to focus, dog.
Set now to go for the
God, I
third
caught my
quarter.
last
The Saints
timeout,
have the
man.
lead and set to receive the kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
That's my fault.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On third down, here's Kamara. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
They get a good chunk of that penalty yardage back. A gain of 15. Second down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
Here we go.
On second down. It's Freeman. Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Right there.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Cameron Jordan make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the third phase, but you see here it can be the first phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They run it again with Kamara. And an alley to run. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the gun on third down, Ryan gets it off to Freeman. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 42 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Pick it up, guys.
On on first down. Freeman trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there. Second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Flushed out right. Incomplete. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. To throw is Ryan. Out there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one? Sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And that'll be held in by the tight end.
Good defense, y'all.
Austin Hooper.
That's crazy. Passing fast.
As his guys are back within a single score. Hauschka with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
That should have been picked.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposite. And Kamara has it stripped, and the Falcons grab it. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
With that takeaway, partner, right there,
wow.
That's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we could make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Oh, my God.
Marshawn Lattimore.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On 3rd down, it's Freeman, and he gets the first down before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. He needed a yard, that's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Now a play fake here on 1st down, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Ryan. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Sheldon Rankins in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season.
I need niggas flying around the field. That's what I need.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. From the shotgun, Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete.
What you gonna do to them boys in the blue? Bust them up.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, this from 33. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the air.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense
hold on to that motherfucking ball.
Position, get a turnover,
Stop punching him up.
and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down.
Yeah, man, we running off right at your neck.
The football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. The busy night continues for Kamara. And he'll bring it up here right at the 40-yard line. First down. 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. A give to Kamara running right. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Let's get this first, Sam.
On the ready. 50 seconds to mine. Come on, boy. Come on. Now.
He'll drop to throw. He's got his man, Boyd. And he's
yes,
gonna be out
sir.
of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And a big third down conversion with a gain of 28.
Got it. 57 to Mike. Quit talking about it and bring it.
Murray. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Murray. And he went
I know what's going on. Damn, I need to put that nigga back in the game.
Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw here. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 13-yard line. The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the Falcons' 15-yard line.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Saints, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they lose their 9th game on the year. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
That means I'm about to fall out. This is good.